大家好，我的名字是AikawaKazu，欢迎你们来到一个告斯皮尔玛丽斯的视频。Hello everybody, once again, this is AikawaKazu jokes aside. Welcome to another video on Path of Exile. Today I'll be talking about Cospris Malice Crit Discharge build. And the main reason why I'm going to be talking about this is because I've seen a bunch of people play and it seems really fun. It's a really nice build to be farming currency in the current 3.1 or any I would say any point where Crit discharge has been around. It's really cool if you have the discharge flare microtransaction, this one. Alright. And because of all the explosions that you'll be having, if you're going to be using a Harrow of Eyes kind of setup for curse on hit, Gore Harrow is also amazing for this build to play with as well. It just looks amazing, it plays amazing, and I'm actually making this video to recommend you not to play, and I'll tell you why. The main reason will be is that it's extremely expensive to play, and just like Kawaiko has mentioned, which is cute dog, he wouldn't actually play his current custom crit Cospris Malice Discharge unless he has a Headhunter, which I believe most, if not myself, including myself, will not be able to actually get in 3.1 unless you're able to play the game a lot, like 12 hours a day to farm enough currency, or you're just gonna try and get the Doctor's Divination card by either buying it by farming currency or farming Spider Forest or somewhere that actually drops it. That one's up to you. But for most of us, the Headhunter will not be an item that will be accessible unless you play a lot. Not saying that it's impossible, but you just need a lot of time to play. But in any case, I show you guys some gameplay here with Shaped channel. Alright, 21% monster damage. And by the way, ES build in 3.1 lol. That's one of the things that I'll be talking about. But straight up, you can see that I'm not going to be recommending Energy Shield build. Yep. But this will be the gameplay. If you're still interested in playing the build, after my recommendation not to play it, and I'll explain more later on. And yep, check out the gameplay first. Alright. Some people are like, whoa, explosions, discharge MTX, look at those Gore Harrow explosions. Feels good, man. Yep. Ooh, returns. So this is really nice for a Abyss League, I guess, since you explode, there's a fly around my face, he's Batman. Since you have really cool explosions. And what's really cool about this, can you see? I'm not sure if you can see this so far or you have caught on so far, but you can see that the red and the blue discharge actually combine, to form a purple discharge, which is basically feels good and looks really nice with the Gore Harrow explosions. And even without Gore Harrow, you have the purple explosions if you discharge red and blue at the same time. And if you're wondering why red and blue, I'll share with you how this thing actually works. But basically, you can see it's a really nice build for farming currency, all that kind of good stuff. And one thing that I really like about this build, which is very similar to the Terminus Flicker Strike build that I made on the video, is that a lot of builds, when you're clearing, you'll be using a mobility skill like Rolling Blade, Shield Charge, Leap Slam, and you'll usually cast your clearing skill after you move from pack to pack. But this one, for the most part, unless it's some tanky rares, it'll just be shield charging through and things just explode. So it feels really smooth, and it's not like heavy on the R's like the Flicker Strike one. So and look at all the purple explosions; those are really nice. God, flick it. I'll do this with Untitled Paradise Kappa. No way, right? Okay, Sulfur events. We're gonna ignore that. But I know I'm not running channel in the most efficient manner right now, but you can see that it's a really nice map for channel, really nice map for waste pools, toxic sewers, any map that is like wide enough, for shield charging efficiently between packs like this. And yeah, don't have a lot of walls. Like there's certain maps I don't really like to play shield charging, and I remember the names of those, but you can see that it's relatively fast. Definitely might not be the fastest build you'll be playing or available in the league right now, but you can see just bang, boom, bang. It's just boom, boom, boom. One of my stream viewers call this the boom, boom, boom build because all you see is explosions and you're just crashing into stuff. This is the occasional very thick rare mob. Yep. So just gameplay. Alright, gameplay. So if you don't like what you're seeing right now, then that's it. See you in the next video, Kappa. But if you want to hear more about why I don't recommend, you can see that a single target is pretty bad when your flasks are down. Once it gets to low life, it's pretty nice. Ooh, Shaped Strand returns again. And yep, so that's the gameplay. Alright, let's talk about the build itself and how the cast on crit, discharge build actually works. Okay, so you have the Cospris Malice, alright, which is the, it's called Cospris Malice cast on crit discharge. So this is the weapon you'll need, and the reason why you need this weapon is because it will trigger a socketed cold spell on melee critical strike, and discharge is a spell, an arrow effect skill, fire, cold, and lightning, which is very cool. I'll share about it later on about this, but basically your shield charge, alright, my shield charge is with Fortify, increased crit, and faster attacks. Whenever you shield charge and you crit, you'll trigger your discharge to proc, alright, and then you have a cast on crit set up on your chest piece, which is your Vol's Protector. This is another must-have, quote-unquote, unique on your character, preferably 6-link as well, which is, again, Cospris Malice itself is not expensive. A 6-link, anything is expensive now, 2 to 3 exalts. And Vol's Protector, thankfully, doesn't have any modifiers or attributes that can roll, so it's not expensive to get the armor itself, and then you can be playing on your starter league character, and then you can be using a few things on this, and once you get 6-link like me, which I was very fortunate to, that's why I made the discharge build, because I managed to get this to 6-link. So if you're as fortunate as me and you want to try Cospris cast on crit discharge, these are the 2 bare minimum items, but I don't recommend you to even do it even if you have these 2 items. But if you really like what you see, then you need at least these 2 to even play it, and I will highly recommend at least 6-link, because you need to link your discharge with Cyclone, and whenever you spin, alright, and you crit, the discharge will proc and cast on critical strike. So the reason why it's Cyclone is because cast on critical strike support, you realize, okay, must support both an attack skill and spell skill to work. The attack skill will trigger a spell when it critical strikes an enemy, so the Cyclone is the attack, and the spell that triggers is discharge. So you have your shield charge to proc your discharge with your Cospris Malice, and then for single target you have your Cyclone to trigger your discharge on your Vol's Protector. And why Vol's Protector is a must need for discharge is because you gain a power charge. Alright, you gain a power charge for each enemy you hit with critical strike. So you shield charge, you crit, you proc your discharge here. Alright, and then every time you crit, you get a power charge. And why power charges are important? Because your discharge damage is based on per power charge, per endurance charge, and per frenzy charge. And basically Vol's Protector will allow you to sustain and create or gain power charges continuously. Something like a Flicker Strike, which is dependent on frenzy charge. For the cast on crit discharge build, you are very dependent on power charges. Alright, which brings us to the next item that I would say it's a borderline between a need to make this build work, but I think it's very important. Basically, you have to get a Helm enchant with the 20% bare minimum or recommended 30% chance for discharge, not to consume charges. So basically, imagine just now I have I have a max of 7 power charges on my stat sheet, as you can see. So, oops, I accidentally pressed X, which is weapon swap. At 7 charges, my Cospris, my discharge hits about 104,000. Yep. So that's quite a lot of damage at maximum power charges. And basically, you have a 30% chance not to lose your charges every time you discharge, which means you can proc or trigger your discharge at its maximum damage continuously. I don't know what's the math to get like 30%, but basically you have that RNG to play with, and that really increases the amount of damage that you can do for a single target. And also when you're just charging from pack to pack, you're able to keep your power charges. That's really nice. So this is the 3rd item that you will need to get. So why not energy shield? It's because if you're doing an energy shield build, you're not open to a lot of other helmets which have this enchant right now. If you want to get a Star Conjure, which is you can get up to 100 maximum life, and you get some nice global crit chance as well. And it's also pretty nice for as a defensive helmet to use, because you get 50% less damage at low life if you happen to get burst by something, the Abyss Chasm, the little scythe monster that spins around, that deals a lot of damage. So that's a little bit nice on defense. The Star Conjure enchant right now, 2 days ago was about 30 to 40 chaos, which is relatively cheap compared to the items that we'll be talking about next. Alright, if you talk about your 6 link, this is like 3 to 4 exalts. If you talk about Cospris Malice, this is very cheap, I think like 3 to 5 exalts. You're looking at cold damage to spells. Alright, that's the priority. And then the next one you want to look at is, I believe, the attack speed, if I am not wrong. Yep. Basically, you need a 30% chance for destruction of the consumed charges or Helm Enchant, and if you do live build, you have a lot more options. I know the very popular one for clearing right now is the Light Poacher one, but that one is like the price is ridiculous, above 10 exalts easily, I think. So that's definitely out of my price range, and probably yours, because if you can actually get 50 exalts, you'll buy a Headhunter first, I guess, I'm not sure. Basically, this is why ES build is not good. And why ES build is not good right now is because a lot of energy shield rares right now are very dependent on crafting. And in a temporary league like Abyss League or any other temporary league in the future, if you're watching this video from the future, then just know that in a temporary league it's very hard to get good energy shield crafted items, because you will not be able to find those early on in the league. This is like the best I can find in terms of the stats that I need for ES build, and it's not even fantastic. Like the maximum energy shield is only okay. Nice accuracy rating on it, which is what you need if you're not using a Lycosidae, and you will not be using a Lycosidae if you're going to be doing an ES build, because Lycosidae doesn't give any ES, and the amount of ES you can get on a shield like this one, you'll be missing out on a lot, which is why ES is definitely not recommended in 3.1. But I actually tried it because I was following Demigod's build for the Cospris Malice Discharge, and also Lycosidae is another 3 exalts, which was out of my budget, because when I made this build, when I 6 linked my Vo's Protector, I only had 150 chaos. So I spent 150 chaos to get this Helm Enchant, the shield. I have this boots in my stash right now, this one. Alright, the enchant was not included, but basically you want to find a boots with very high strength, 42 strength here, and you want to resist and movement speed preferably. But you can see my energy shield is really bad, but I would say strength is the priority here, because in this build you are heavily strength and dexterity stuff in a sense. Those are 2 things that you need to have, because if you look at Cospris Malice, you need 212 dex as well. Well, let's focus here. So ES, meh, don't bother to do ES build. Try to do live or hybrid, that's the thing that you should go for. And the next item, which I think is again a need for this build, so bare minimum if you really want to try this Cospris Malice and Vo's Protector, you need a Helm Enchant, and then you need to have this item. Basically, I was stuck at tier 1 to 4 maps. Before I got this item, I basically farmed until 1 to 4 maps until I get enough chaos to buy the Divination card to get the Vo's Devotion. Why is Vo's Devotion such an important item? Because you can gain an endurance charge when a power charge expires or is consumed, and when you discharge, you will consume your power charges and thereby giving you endurance charge. So this is how you can actually generate endurance charge while you're just shield charging from pack to pack. That's why you actually see the raid discharge. Alright, if you only have 1 endurance charge, you will not see the raid discharge as far as I know. I do not know why that's how it works. But basically, Vo's Devotion will give you the red and blue that you want to see, and it's the only thing that gives you a nice way to generate endurance charges, and that's when you really want to commit into getting more maximum endurance charges, like this one on my belt, +1 to maximum endurance charges. It's a corruption on the belt. This is not a need, but this will be nice because this increases your damage output potentially. So my max endurance charges right now is 6 with the skill tree, so I get +1 here, and then this is another unique that I'll talk about. But before we go to that, so Vo's Devotion, very important. I mean, again, you can see it's energy shield and life, and if you can get the first line, that means the corrupted first line is attack speed, that will be awesome for your shield charge. If not, I don't know what to recommend. Yeah, I wanted to buy an attack speed one, but it was too expensive. It was 280 chaos. I think it's 3.5 exalts now, or 4 exalts. I got mine, or I made my Vo's Devotion by buying the Divination card, the Brittle Emperor, which was around 24 chaos to 27 chaos each. That's easily 200 chaos, but you don't get to decide what corruption, the top line you want. So I went for that because it really felt really miserable and bad without Vo's Devotion. So again, if you want to do Cospris Malice Custom Crit Discharge, 6 link Vo's Protector, Cospris Malice, you need a Helm Enchant and Vo's Devotion. This is like the bare, now I call this the real bare minimum. So this is 3 exalts, this is, never mind, this one maybe if you get a Star Conjure with a Helm Enchant 30%, 40, so that's half an exalt, right? So that's like 4 exalts, 3 plus 3.3.5, and half is 4. And then this one will cost you 4 exalts now, I think, or 3 exalts. So that's 8 exalts already. If you're going to use like Lycosidé, which is probably what you want to go for when you're doing live build, even though I think Cute Dog is trying out something different, like with Ashes Mirror or something. But if you want like Lycosidé because of how you don't want your hits to be evaded, that means you will never miss. Alright, then that is easily another 3 to 4 exalts, which brings this build to easily above 10 exalts. So this is why I don't recommend this build. With 10 exalts, you can actually make a farming character that is probably better and can do better and more reliable single target in terms of the amount of currency and effort you spend per gear in this current league right now. So that's 11 exalts to be included like Lycosidé, but okay, so basically Vol's Devotion, Vol's Protector, Cospris Malice, and Helm Enchant, this 4 is the bare minimum that you need. And then let's talk about some of the things that you have that is basically quality of life, alright? So you need at least 1 Elrond crafted ring, kind of. By right, you're supposed to use the multi-mod kind of thing, but not everybody has the Elrond level 8. I'm trying to get mine. Mine is currently level 7.5 or close. 7.35-ish. Once you get to level 8, you can craft multi-mods on your rings. And what you need to do is, for those who don't know, this is very useful, right? When you go and purchase items for Elrond, he actually sells a ring. Okay, he will sell something that is Elrond based, alright? So every time when you do your daily, he will actually change the things that he's selling. So every day go check what he's selling. Or you can just buy the ones from, you know, PoE.trade. I bought 2 of them, which I'm not going to use anymore. It's over here. 30% increased global crit chance, diamond rings with, you know, Elrond, -7 and -8. These are not very expensive. I mean, they're quite cheap at, you know, magic grade, so you can prepare these. And then, but the thing is, to do multi-mod crafting, you need 2 exalts per, so that's 4 exalts already. But you need to have at least 1 Elrond total mana cost of skills reduction ring. Highly recommended. Because a Cyclone is going to cost you, without the Elrond ring that I have right now, it will cost me 35 mana per spin. My current mana regen is actually 15.2. Yep, 15.2, which means I cannot sustain. That's my stomach growling. I'm actually recording at 3 AM right now if you heard it. In any case, so you will not be able to sustain, especially on single target moments, if you do not have an Elrond ring. And the other thing that's pretty nice to have is the boots enchant, alright, which is what the one I showed here. This is the rare boots that I had initially. Alright, you can actually just do Merciless Lab. 0.5% is fine. Obviously the Uber 0.6% will be better, but if you want to buy a Death's Door, which is a unit that gives you +1 and maximum endurance charges, and also the strength that you need, and also it's energy based, how is this not quality 20? Wow. This is how much I'm probably not playing this build after this video. Actually, I'm not. I'm leveling another character right now. But in any case, this thing gives you a little bit of energy shield. Not too much. But you can find a rare one with, you know, resist, movement speed, strength, alright? Strength is the most important here. You can see that my Death's Door actually have the highest strength roll of 40. For all rares, it's actually 12%. Highest is 15. So this has nice resist on it. Movement speed is nice, but it gives you +1 maximum endurance charges. If you do the live build for Cospris Malice Discharge, you can use Inya's Athethemy. That's also quite nice as well. Gives you a % damage increase, 5% per power charge that you have. That means you can go up to 35% with 7 power charges. And it has, I believe, 20 or 25% chance for you to have a chance to reach maximum power charges on something. I can't remember the exact thing. But basically, if you do live-based build, Inya's is another thing that you can go for, but you actually lose the strength. So you have to find some way to get the strength, if I'm not wrong. But Inya's is actually live-based, which is why you don't actually use it if you're doing ES build in that sense. But Death's Door is not like a must-have. It's not a bare minimum. But the enchant, try to get the Merciless Lab enchant at least 0.5% of damage leech as life and mana. If you quit recently, that's actually very, very important if you want. Boots, endurance charges if you can get. I mean, not boots, belt. Alright, but again, the life is useless here. But I got some nice, you know, this is a nice hybrid belt for cast on crit Cospris Discharge. Right? You know, nice energy shield, nice life. Resist is okay. And it's very crafted, so I can't craft anything else. But it's quite nice. And then for gloves, you want something that has I forgot where I threw my previous gloves already. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, it's here. Wait. Yeah, it's this one. Alright, so if you do not have a lot of chaos, this is the one that I used initially. Alright. Yes, attack speed on it, accuracy, energy shield, resist, and you want to find a one that has energy shield based if you're doing ES, and obviously if you're doing life based, then you don't have to find an energy shield one. You can go for armor, I guess, for more physical damage mitigation. But basically, you want attack speed, and your glove is the one that you use your shield charge on. If you do not have attack speed thing on it, like this one, Circular Gems have 16% more attack speed and cast speed, then your shield charge is going to be like very slow and it's going to feel very, very bad. Yeah. So make sure you have the attack speed on it at least 12%. I think you can go up to 20% if I'm not wrong for the Circular Gems thing, but 16% is nice enough, and then you get your shield charge with faster attacks, increased crit, and fortify, and overall it should be quite nice. Yeah, so this brings us to the Flask, I guess. Before we go to our Ascendency, alright, you want to have a Silver Flask. You want to remove Shock if you're using Vingtas. Vingtas is another item that will definitely increase your damage output. You can't really see it right now, but if I press my Vingtars, it goes to 3.8k. Alright, and then when the Vingtars buff is over, you can see how much it drops. It goes to 2000. So Vingtars is really nice, but remember to use your immunity to Shock. Alright, because if you're not, you are shocked during Flask effect and causing 50% increased damage taken. Alright, but Vingtas is good because of the leech. 20% of lightning damage leech as life during Flask effect. And obviously, one good thing about this build, I guess, in that sense, is because you're doing Discharge, and Discharge is a spell, you don't have to buy the Vingtas, Vessel of Vingta, which is adding lightning damage to attacks, because the added damage to attacks is usually more expensive to, add it to spells. Yeah, just FYI. So the maximum lightning resistance is nice, the lightning resistance is nice, so but Vingtas is nice to have. You want to have a Diamond Flask, obviously for crit chance. Alright, I got my immunity to freeze here, and if you do not have Death's Door, then you need to have immunity to bleed, especially if you're using Indias, because one of the main reasons why you'll just pass out and die, right, pass away, okay, is when you shield charge, somehow you receive bleeding and you just die, like really you just die, you're dead. Yeah, so make sure you have immunity to bleed if you're not using Death's Door, which is why Death's Door is amazing as well. Cannot be inflicted with bleeding, but that means that another thing that I always die to is I get frozen. Nowadays, for the Abyssal Chasm, you'll see monsters that fire out this little slow, freezing projectile. You get frozen, you just stand there and you die. So make sure that you always make sure that your immunity to freeze is like available, just in case you get frozen. Alright, because you do have 50% increased elemental ailment duration on you, which is like non-class. Yeah. But if not, make sure you have. I use immunity to curse instead because I have the Death's Door. Yep. And then for the last slot, you can go for the Dying Sun, but it's really expensive. It's not really needed. And for Demigod's guide, he mentioned that he used Dying Sun because he have the Winter of War enchant on his gloves, which is projectile based, and it gives more projectile for the Winter of War thing. I can't remember the exact name of the glove enchant. And also, Dying Sun gives you more AoE as well, which is nice for clearing and currency farming and mapping. Yeah, but it's definitely not needed if you don't want to get Dying Sun. I'm using this because it gives quantity and it gives maximum elemental resistance. Actually, I just get it for the maximum quantity because my friend somehow gets a lot of exalted orbs when he uses Flasks. So it's a placebo effect, alright? The maximum quantity you can get on this Flask is 18% if you're interested, but if not, you have to use this Flask, alright? Again, I don't even need the life recovery because I'm using the CI build. But okay, let's get to the Ascendency itself. Why Shadow Assassin? Alright, for cast on crit Cospris Malice Discharge. You have Unstable Infusion, 10% chance to gain a power charge on a non-critical strike, which is nice to keep your power charges up. We'll talk about the tree after this, alright, and why this is important. So you'll go for Unstable Infusion first, and then after you go for Ambush and Assassinate. Ambush is nice, 100% crit strike chance against enemies that are on full life. So actually in your tree, there are not a lot of critical strike nodes. You have Doomcast here. That's pretty much it. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. Critical. Oh, I spelled triple I's. Oops. Keyboard malfunctioning. So Doomcast. You have Annihilation here, but I didn't take it. So you can see when it comes to crit. Yeah, that's the only thing I took. Okay, we have some here. Trickery, I guess. Assassination is nice. But it's like along the way from the beginning. So aside from that, I didn't get Annihilation. So you have here, you have this, and then you have that Perception, but it's more for the dexterity and accuracy rating. It's just 20% crit chance here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for crit chance. And the reason why you can do that is because you have Ambush, 100% more crit chance against enemies that are on full life, and then for Assassinate, you have 100% more crit chance on enemies that are on low life, which is why if you saw the gameplay earlier, the boss actually died really fast towards the end. And critical strikes are Calling Strike as well, so you go Unstable Infusion, Ambush, Assassinate, and finally you go for Daily Infusion, which is 8% crit strike multiplier per power charge, and 2% crit chance while at maximum power charges. And also you get +1 maximum power charges. And also on your skill tree, you have +1 power charges here, you have +1 power charges here, which is very cool via Intuitive Leap, and another jewel that allows you to get +1 Endurance charge as well. And your Faith and Steel for more Energy Shield, all rest, which is nice. So this thing is nice. And also another cool jewel you have is Energy from Within. You can get 6%, that's the highest, increased maximum energy. And the cool thing about it is that it increases and reductions to life and radius are transformed to apply the Energy Shield. So actually the nodes here, which is life and Energy Shield, is converted just pure Energy Shield. But this is for ES build stuff, which is, again, I don't recommend ES build in a temporary league. So don't really want to talk much about the ES build. But if you want to know how to do the live build, I recommend go, twitch.tv/q._. Go check out Q-Dog stream. He's doing live build. I remember he has 4,000 live on his live build, custom crit Cospris Malice Discharge without his Headhunter, procs and everything. But I think, yep, Ascendency explains. Okay, for jewels, what do you want to get, right? Because of how your Ascendency works, you want to get crit multi, and you can actually get crit multi on cold skills, fire skills, and lightning skills. This is the cool thing about Discharge because it's they stack up basically, so it doesn't just apply to your cold part of your Discharge. So if you look at my Discharge, my crit multi 400%, which is nice, and actually can get 2 more jewel socket as a level up. There's one that you get over here because there's strength node, and there's one more I believe you get over here, dexterity as well. So that's another 2 more. But basically you're going for attack speed, so you can see this one, attack speed, crit multi, area damage is nice. Again, Discharge is a AoE skill, so area damage works on it as well. I got another one over here, multi damage. I don't think melee crit strike multi works. Yep, still considered a melee skill. So we want to go for attack speed, alright, because it's good for your shield charge and it's also good for your cyclone. My cyclone critical strike chance is not that high. Right now it's actually only 27% without my ice golem, 29% with my ice golem. So the faster your attack speed, the more attacks per second you have for a cyclone, the more likely you are able to crit, and then you can generate a power charge. So attack speed is nice. So attack speed and crit strike multi. Just know that for crit strike multi you can go fire, lightning, or cold skills. Alright, you don't need to search for only a specific element or anything. So attack speed followed by crit multi, followed by anything that has to do with damage. Maybe increased damage with swords or something. So but you can go area damage as well. So you can actually get really nice jewels without spending too many chaos. And if you're lucky, you can find quadruple multi, crit multi, jewel. Yep. To get as much crit multi as you can. That's why you don't actually go crit chance on your jewels unless, except from for your equipment, you have your diamond rings. Again, you need an Elrond crafted ring. That'll be very important. And I think that's about it for Cospris Malice cast on crit Discharge in terms of like an explanation of how the build feels, works, and everything. But again, I'll link Demigod's guide on Energy Shield cast on crit Discharge for Cospris Malice in the description. For Q-Dog, I'll just link the stream and then you have to go figure out. Maybe he actually has a 3.0 cast on crit Discharge build, but that's based off like Cosday and it's based on 3.0. So not too sure how it's going to be different, but I believe he's going to make an updated one later on, so look out for that, I guess. But for now, you can check out his 3.0 custom crit Cospris Malice Discharge video. But this is my take on it, and my recommendation is not to build it in 3.1 temporary league unless you have easily, I would say, 10 to 20 exiles to spare. And if you really want to go for like Shaper, Guardians, and all those, you probably need more to min max and make it actually be able to do really decent single target damage. If not, it's just a really nice farming character. So in my next video, I'll be sharing with you guys something that is more manageable, especially if you are new to Path of Exile. There's actually a no jewel build. That means a build that doesn't use jewels aside from the the Abyssal jewel socket for the belt because it's actually very strong. But it's actually a no jewel socket build, so you don't have to worry about what kind of jewel modifier you want to look for. And it's really nice in terms of like very simple to play, easy to play. I think I would recommend it as like my, I won't say league starter build, but something that people can actually try. And This is actually my friend's build, my friend Alan's build. I'm actually leveling the character later today. It's around level 50 now. Yep, it's level 50 now. And I'll be doing a video on that, so you can look forward to that if you're looking for something that's not currency intensive. But I'll also be doing a video on my atlas as well, what maps I shaped, how I did it, because you can see just now that I got some decent returns. I got waterways, I got shaped channels, I got another shaped channel here, so I'm actually able to sustain shaped channels. I'm not even doing any sextant blocking right now, and the channel that I run wasn't even chiseled. So I'll be explaining why I actually shaped my channel and why I didn't do any T12. You know, there's no T12 maps mapped, and I actually at least have 103% atlas completion for maps to drop at least 1 tier higher when they do drop. So that'll be another video that I'll be doing to explain to you my atlas choices. In any case, that's it for this video, a 20-minute long video. I tried to speak really fast, but it's still 30 minutes. In any case, that's it. My name has been AikawaKazu. Thanks for watching once again. God bless, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next one. Bye bye.